Just wanted to introduce myself. My name is Doug Howard. I'm the executive director of a nonprofit organization called the Solar and Energy Loan Fund. One of our contractors, Daryl Speaks, is here today, and I think there's been some initial conversations with the mayor about trying to bring in some programs that can help both homeowners and business owners make improvements to their property as it relates to energy efficiency, potentially solar and so forth. Had a good conversation with the mayor, Ms. Washington, and a few others. The mayor asked if I would come down this evening and just share some information with the entire commission about our program. So I appreciate that opportunity. I wanted to start by just providing. Get this to work. This way, right?
Aim it.
All right. I'm going to
Go here. Now here. Here you are.
That's not working.
Can you do it for me? I can move it for you.
Hey, it's working. Okay, so the Solar and Energy Loan Fund is a nonprofit 501c3. I have a 9-member board that I work for. Technically, we are a community development financial institution. This is a program that was started under President Clinton back in 1994, recognizing that there was problems that banks were basically bypassing underserved areas, and the CDFI program was set up to try and provide an infusion of loan and capital into underbanked communities so that homeowners and businesses also have access to financing. There's about 1,000 CDFIs in America, and we're one of about 25 in the state of Florida. And we are the only ones in the state of Florida that is actually working on energy-related issues, and we're one of about 3 in the entire country. We are certified as a CDFI by the U.S. Treasury Department, and our program actually started back in 2009. I was a county commissioner in St. Lucie County for about 12 years. We saw the opportunity to open up the clean energy economy in Florida, and unfortunately, the state of Florida has done very poorly to try and help homeowners and business owners take advantage of cost-effective energy efficiency improvements, solar technologies, and so forth. So after being told no, I finally decided I'm going to figure out a way to create a bottom-up strategy where I don't have to ask permission from the governor, the legislature, and the utilities to do what was right for my community. So back in 2009, we reached out and participated in DOE grants that were made available through President Obama's stimulus, and proud to say that St. Lucie County was one of 20 programs the United States selected to receive seed funding to get this program up and going. So President Obama actually deserves the credit for getting this program going. So we created the organization back in 2010, and we became operational in 2011. So I get this working. And the self-organization started out to the left. You see the Community Development Financial Institution. We're basically a nonprofit bank. We provide financing to homeowners, and we provide financing to business owners so that they can overcome the high upfront cost of making energy efficiency improvements to their buildings and homes. We've been operating as a CDFI for 4 years, and we just recently started a new program in St. Lucie County called Property Assessed Clean Energy. You may have heard that acronym, PACE. The state of Florida has already passed PACE enabling legislation, which essentially means that all local governments have the ability to create their own PACE programs if they wish. And I would recommend that you take a look at that, because we can actually bring in private capital to finance these projects, and we can do so without putting taxpayer money at risk. You're basically helping to facilitate bottom-up economic development activity in the process. So the self-organization has 2 components. One is dealing with residential lending, and the other is our new PACE program in St. Lucie County, where we're providing significantly more financing for larger projects to retrofit their buildings. Our services, in summary, are threefold. We first provide the energy expertise up front. We typically are working with a state-certified energy rater who's a third-party independent person who's working for the property owner. That expertise helps identify the most cost-effective ways that individuals can reduce their energy use and to also potentially incorporate renewable energy when it makes sense. The other key thing we do as a nonprofit lending institution is provide favorable financing. Our CDFI is raising money not only from churches all over America, we're also raising money from banks, and we just started a new program with Kiva.org, which allows to raise money worldwide through peer-to-peer lending. Raising capital from all over, and then helping bring that into served areas so that they have the wherewithal to actually take advantage of these cost effects. And then the third key thing is provide project management finish. A lot of people don't want to deal with this. They're not sure got the proper license, not sure if the quotes they're getting are effective, and what we work with the property owner from the beginning all the way through to make sure that they're getting quality companies, good price, and the work that they paid for. These are the broad types of it we can actually finance. First category is the one that we've done. Our financing, about 5% of what we've done, is energy efficiency. This very quick measures like weatherizing or heating up windows and doors. High efficiency air conditioners are the most popular products that people are financing. If you have an older home efficient and an older AC, us doing a basic package where typically help a homeowner cut their energy costs about 20 to 25% on a home. We can provide things for solar water heaters, solar attic fans, solar electric panels or big panels. My board has also given us the ability to finance renovation, and I think is actually the most likely to be used, which is just a broad category of hazard mitigation. This structural integrity of the home is more resistant to hurricanes. So, as an older roof, those doors or need shutters, we can actually provide financing for people to structure, and hopefully that will also reduce their insurance rates in the process. I briefed about how the process works. We have assessment done up front. Once that assessment is done, a team of 10 and sit down on a one-on-one with a homeowner and actually go through that professional assessment to help interpret what the report. So it's a private consultation with the homeowner. And it's also customized. The energy assessor is coming in typically an hour or two in the home, and there's actually recommendations based on the actions of the home and also the number of people who are in the energies being used, hot water use and so forth. Where the client identifies the types of improvement we'd like to make, we then reach out to the 60 or so contractors that we have, get a minimum of 3 quotes from these qualified companies. We'll screen the companies to make sure that they have license, proper insurance, and because obviously we want to make sure that we're good work done. But we also want to make sure that we maintain a competitive aspect of the program. And so the quote process helps us do that. We can also review those quotes and make the prices that are coming in appropriate. We've actually kicked small programs who have with exorbitant or high proposals. Next is the is actually making all decisions as it relates to product types and contractors. We don't sell products, and we don't push one contractor over another. What we do is provide finance. Homeowner gets to decide what brand they'd like to buy, contractor they want to work with, maybe an existing relationship, it's the best price. It's really, and then again, we provide management throughout from start to finish. This is the existing story that we're working in. The program was started as a pilot program in County 4 years ago. In 2012 and 2020, we expanded throughout the Treasure Coast. And then this past, we also have started doing lending in Palm Beach County. Although we've not gotten any assistance from local governments, we've just been doing it. And this, just about a month ago, approval from the City of Orlando to expand our program into our. I just hired a new staff person, here a new office space, and we'll be in the 5th floor in the state of Florida in just a couple of weeks. These are the results to date. We have 979 energies, and we've helped about 12 families. We've lent over $2 million to those families so that they could actually make improvements to their home. The loan size is about $1,000, and it's a high efficiency air, a basic weatherization, and then depending on what that is, it might be a solar attic fan or heater, new window doors, whatever that individual is. One of the things that I'm proud of as the Executive Director of the Solar Energy Loan Fund is who we lend money to. 70% of that $6.3 million that we've lent has been lent in under income census tracts. We are not raising money for wealthy people. We are raising money for working class people. And that's something that our team is very proud of. The third bullet are energy results that we've achieved. Our average reducing their household energy by 23%. You might ask me, how do I know that? The reason I know that is that we mark every project with 12 energy data prior to installation, and then we follow up after additional year and a half so that those energy that were identified in the initiative are actually being achieved. So I know that number with certainty because we track the energy bills at West Point. In addition to the energy savings, there's also environment because if you're using power, you're also creating less carbon and creating less emissions. So have reduced their carbon by more than 1,000 megs, which is about saving 1 million kilowatts, which is pretty significant. If you're not big into the environment, into clean energy, the programs that we're financing are things that people need for their home. We're providing so people can fix their doors, roofs, and so it was just incorporate the efficiency component to that. Also going to be hopefully operating costs and cutting their energy. And then the thing that has become quite me is when I first started this job, I was focusing on energy. Met an elderly woman in Fort August. It was about 90 degrees, and I was in her home profusely. I was embarrassed. Got a towel for me. I asked her, I said, Mildred, you turn the air conditioning on. Looked me dead in the eye and said, I can't afford it. And change my perspective of what I'm doing. The financing that we're providing can help people put a new system in their home that's performing. Now it's not just an energy issue, it's now a quality issue. Elderly people and people with disabilities in Florida will not be living in Florida and Sweden without the ability to cool their home and live comfortably. Something that we can also achieve through this. And then lastly is the local contractors. During the recession, the construction industry was the hardest job sector in Florida. In the county, when I was a county commissioner recession, we had unemployment in the skilled trades of 20-40%. And I know OP is also struggling with unemployment rate. So any jobs that we can create for contractors in the process also a benefit. And our number one last year did $289,000 of this in 1 year, and that recession. So we're able to generate additional work for locals in the process. And again, this is my contact information. I'm here today to I'm here today just to provide information to you about our nonprofit. I think that our nonprofit could fit well with the needs of the city of Pahokee. Interested in working with your staff and to establish a pilot program and see if we can help some of your homeowners take advantage of them and benefits that I've just described here. At this time, I'd like to stop and just open it up if you have any questions.
I have one question. To the fact that the loan was between average 10 and 8,000,
right,
and also have provided over 2.5 million.
Right.
I was just wondering the average or typical I know that varies in the individual.
It does.
On average.
On average, it's about 7.5%. Unsecured consumer, so the market rate for an unsecured consumer loan is probably in the 15%. We're, as a nonprofit, we raise money low cost, so that I can get it at low cost, which are below. Our standards for giving are also lower than the bank. The bank would want a credit score 620, 650, even higher. We've financing for people who have, scores that are low as 500. We also have special programs we are setting up for veterans, and we have this program with Kiva.org where we specifically help mothers in distress. We're able to provide a 5% rate through that program. So generally our income is 7 to 8%.
You said, you work through Kiva.org?
Yes.
United States or?
Well, Kiva.org is actually a national microfinancing organization, and it's hedged because it's crowdfunding, but you're lending. So Kiva.org has 1.6 million people worldwide that are a part of the Kiva network. We have been approved field partner to Kiva, host our projects to the Kiva, and then raise money. So we did so. We just got 6 months. We put our first project, and in the first 2 days, we enough money for a widowed woman, a child with a disability. In 2 days, we were able to raise it for her project from 119 different countries on 5 continents.
I'm very familiar with it.
It's a great program. We're able to provide that at 5% interest rate. There's no way to go to a bank and 5% unsecured loan. It's just, and honestly, aren't really interested in doing programs because they're not money makers. But as a nonprofit, I'm able to generate some revenue for itself, but I'm also able to grants and other types of things to subsidize our overall effort.
Okay, thanks.
Right.
We encourage staff and team to work with them. Information we can so we can pass our citizens and both programs.
Thank you. I'd also love to work with your contractors if I could make you aware of the program. Most I deal with will tell me that they lose all their clients because of financing. If a contractor has through our program and can provide the financing option, that means they can business. So I'd love to connect with you.
And the chamber will be us to us for the contract.
Okay. Right.
Over there.
Right. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. Look forward to working with you. Thank you.
Okay, thanks, Dan.
Thank you so much for coming forward.
Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. We're going to call our commission order. Tuesday, December 9th, 2020. At this time, I'd like permission to the present to take place if you all are ready. Okay, we're going to go on with the, we're going to go in and meet officially, but I'm sure you all are ready, so we can move forward. Okay, to be, you mentioned about
Father God, we come before your presence, bowed heads and hearts. We thank you, O Lord, for us to assemble together one time in this appointed place for the business of the city of Hope. Oh God, as we come tonight for all the young people that are here for excellence, God, that have achieved thus far. We ask that I will continue to strengthen, keep their minds stayed in the right direction, help them and their instructor, God, for those that them. We thank you so much. Thank you for all that are present tonight. And just bless the city of Hope. Bless the big Hoagie. Bless us as elected officials. Can do those things that are pleasing in your sight. And God, we serve you and we give you all. For it is in your name. Amen.
The United States and to the republic under God, with liberty for all.
Present.
Commissioner Dean. Commissioner Hill. Commissioner Walker. Interim City Manager Iverson. City Attorney Brandenburg. Sergeant Piccolo.
Present.
Interim City Secretary.
there any additional deletion?
Chair, I would like to have a discussion of a line for the select city manager. Also a discussion December 23rd.
Madam Chair, I'd like to also, discussion on yesterday's parade. And that would be new businesses.
We have a timeline for December 23rd meeting. And, okay. All on the new business. I would like to request from the, we may, presentation of the students.
Moved.
Thank you. Have a motion and second that the item to the agenda as well as the moving up of Tri-City Education president. All in favor? Opposed? Motion carries. Call Madam Clerk. Thank you.
Yes.
Hill,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Walker,
Yes, that's the purpose of the motion. Okay. Mr. Rose.
First evening, and let me to the permission us to present these awards to the deserving students of Hokie in their area. It's an honor for us to do. The Tri-City Education, the West area, and the Voting Commission all together brought the commission paid for the certificates, and we to present these certificates to deserving students. Joining tonight from the West, the director of West area, Mrs. Dawn, principal of Hokie High School, Mr. Campbell, and the principal of Hokie Middle School, Eric. Please come up front. Commissioner Jones, as we call your name, you please come. Everybody will make sure that I later date. We awarded the West End meeting, and we awarded all the students 6 on the LCAT. These purposeful 6 on those students were the West area. That's why you won't see today, and a couple of the 5 in the other side. But today we recognize who made a 5. That's the highest. Unless you got a 6, which some students did the 2 different subjects. This is why we want to award. It's a great compliment for this lady there. Let you know that we have broken brain in the glades and in the west is the this is our intentions. First student is Mr. Pagawar. Penny on. Let's get these so okay. Real Benjamin.
Come in front,
Julian Dean. Juliana. Anthony Calderon.
Check out the way.
Kathleen Smith. Abigail. Antonio Mata. Jane Peter. Sheree.
Shane, get in here.
Al. Al.
Yeah, bless. Sure.
Elizabeth.
Elizabeth Enrique. Not here.
Tamara Robinson. Cheryl Dela Cruz. Nancy. Jim Shea. Ashley Wilson. Reading immunology. Cassie Bailey.
Let's get his first here.
Eduardo Castro. Tamara Tucker. Asabura.
Alexia Prieto.
Okay, we have some students. There was one of the schools that goes. Those goals that were typically were given out last. I think you get that certificate from there. Let me see.
What's your name? After you what?
Let me explain, some of the students that go have sixth grade. This grade, we're going to give this person kind of deadline last week. So this is why you might have some of the kids, young men, that's on gold. This is people given out there, they will get the certificate, okay? His name, if you don't get the certificate to them. To gold, elementary school, we have sixth grade, okay?
You still stand with it.
No, I'm talking about it. Kathleen Pitts. Leslie Sanchez. Stephanie Garcia. Elegance. Jamin Hills. Jaheem. Jennifer.
Bangaha Jefferson.
Jennifer. Is Jefferson here? Bryant.
Gennaro
Denaro. Bathroom. Ruth Calvaro. Jim Mendez.
Desmond Jimenez.
Tamisha Johnson. Jay Wilson. And Derek Porto. P-O-R-T. Here. The gentleman, give them a hand. All the councilmen, candidates, all the councilmen, candidates. To give a special thanks to the council. You know, that the tradition and that has been something going on for these kids that come where they. We'd like to thank the principal for the school. The principal wants you to keep on doing. Because evidence is working. Give us 110% share, and we're glad to. Thank you. Okay, Edwards, we're going to let Edwards win. Make sure she gets the rate of recovery. Another that we missed.
And your name?
Montana.
And your name?
Antonio Pantoja.
Larissa Hernandez.
Listen, Hernandez. We will make sure those certificates, I will take those names. And we'll make sure you guys get those weekends out, okay? All right. Thank you.
And we like to say that everything is not bad as we are. Great progress. Amber? Thank you.
Thank you again. Thanks again. Thanks again. Thank you all very much. All those people, all of them, all those people, please make sure I get that.
I think the night will start.
Right now.
doing the educators for all to motivate our students. Mr. Rose, the Content Education Commission, Mr. Edmund, Ms. Mary Allen. Thank you, Dawn Ross, of the area office. So very much.
Thank you all.
I'd like to recognize Earl from the city of Bell. We're down to our next item on the, we're on page, we've already heard from the Tri-City Coalition, the middle and high school efforts, number 5 statistics, which are really congratulate people and keep them motivated to continue. And then we also had the president, those of you who are not here, Doug Howard, Sun Food Company. Going to move down to here. You're doing the first. Okay. I'll go back to the system. Okay, thank you. Public service announcement. We announced that Dot and Ruby Health will be, along with the Hill Foundation Hockey, request that you join for the Christmas celebration. Be ready to tell what you want for Christmas. They will be recorded. They'll be joy and be merry on December the 2014. Will take place in the calendar from 2 p.m. to 8 p.m. That will be at 8 o'clock. We have no permission to use the calendar.
That means all of us can tell what. I'm ready. Leave my house painted, that's all.
It does make this decision. What is invited and for additional, you may contact Mr. Kirkpatrick's phone numbers on this slide. Are there additional flyers in the back? We'll get out. Yes, they'll be helping hands event on the 20th.
Mr. Patty, you can tell us how to contact you to give awards if we have some, donate. And I'm a privilege to say this. Mayor Watts indicated that an organization is planning on giving the city of Pahokee $10,000 and they should have written it. So that and an entire fund, some of those boards certainly go to this organization to hit.
Well, we're
just hoping So,
Yeah, we greatly appreciate because we're still out soliciting because we're trying to make have enough toys, not only spoken, but for all three of us, because we want to do the unit. We don't want to just receive these toys, so I'm soliciting, trying to get other organizations to come in and help us. I'm working on it for Okie here, the mayor and his wife, in Belgrade, and we have someone else that in South Bay. We are out, along with the state, is showing us as well, making sure enough. We want our kids to have a lot, and we as of right now, we don't have anything that we need, and we're hoping to get some support because the city has done for us, and we greatly what the city is doing for us by giving us the building, but we need as much toys as we can make sure that all of it doesn't matter. From Color Tree, it doesn't matter. Everyone can come out that day. We've moved our time up 5 to 2, and we're to 8, and we're out looking for a Santa. I might have to phone for the Santa. I'm going to make sure we got another Santa to do bilingual. So, and department, I did the information back from you. Thank you. Sergeant Cohen has this as well. So we're going to shop for cop thing, or they're going to bring some toys as well. So I do want the city and for all people that are helping us make this a great, because this is about us together as a unit. This is a good time for that. I hope that everyone has a good spirit and help give us for the kids. Thank you.
I see that we have the singers. Do you all have anything like to add in reference to singers? This we have a community announcement.
I think for just a moment.
Yes.
So much for allowing me to speak. I'm Beth Clark with Young Singers of the and we are Palm Children and Youth Community Hall. And we bring children together from all walks of life and teach them wonderful with singing, but not only singing, but life skills is our tagline. We have been given a grant through the Foundation of Palm Beach and Martin to bring our program into Pahokee. And starting in January, late January, we're doing rehearsals. We have rehearsals 1 day a week. United Methodist Church, Reverend Opperly's church, 1 day a week on Tuesdays. And there'll be a mention of Miss Sandra Jarrow, and we will be having rehearsals at the end of May. We'll have performance for the community and what they have learned. The Foundation has provided enough for us to provide service to the children that want to require free of charge. And so we will be bringing them to school. We'll be rehearsals around 4:30 to 6. We're not sure the time frame. We're providing invitation to the rehearsals at Rose Church, and I have to say we're so excited because this is part of the community. We don't draw children. We have children on the coast from 104 and homeschooled kids too. Our core program has 300, and one of the things we wanted to bring out to the children of Belgrade, and I really think this beautiful experience for children, and we will do our absolutely good stewards of the resources. Things we've been told from the very beginning, there's a lot of talent out here. Looking at the beautiful children up here, you know that's true. And we're very excited to bring our program. And we want to thank you so much for allowing us to come out here. Thank you, Reverend Opperly, for us to be at your church. And we will presenting, hopefully, our singer in the next few months. Perhaps we'll be meeting and have you here. Thank you so much.
Thank you for that very tight comment.
May I back up a minute on something about the toys? On Friday, we had the Tri-Cities barbecue, and normally everybody was. Now, I don't know, this year was in Belgrade. I heard anything from the toys, but I'm but I don't know what else. If they bring them to or call me about them, I'll get them to you all.
Thank you.
And where mirrors are here, normally mirrors on that Tri-City Detroit Drive, and they divide between the three cities and the four cities them out, so maybe you can kind of whip us on that and find out what the four we will read this year.
That's what I was just,
Right.
before you guys went back to this.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
I was just dividing between the three, but then once we realized that Canal Point was focused, half had to be divided with Canal Point, so started doing it, so everybody can be equal, our kids and also.
Thank you so much for that clarification. I need to go back to the citizen comments for their items only. Have any comments regarding any of the items? Now we'll move right along. We are down to approvals.
Move that they are necessary corrections.
Is there a second?
I didn't hear a second. Okay, we have a motion to call Madam Clerk.
Commissioner,
Yes.
Commissioner Hill, Commissioner Brown,
Yes.
Vice Mayor White.
Thank you. Consent agenda. We have the resolution 2014. Ms. Spangle, will you read those? Or do we-
Sure. Resolution 2014-55 is a resolution of the City of Pahokee authorizing the mayor to execute the agreement for service as supervisor of elections. Item is resolution 2004-56, which is a resolution of the City Commission of Pahokee authorizing and directing to execute the economic development transportation fund agreement with the State Department of Transportation. And the last resolution is resolution 2014-57, which is a resolution of the City Commission of the City authorizing and directing to execute the letter of agreement with the City of Pahokee and Boom for the purpose of purchasing playground equipment. These can all be approved on motion unless anyone has questions.
Vice Mayor, I move and approve the consent agenda as presented.
Second that.
Have a motion. Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Commissioner Brown,
Yes.
Yes.
Commissioner Hill. Yes. Walker.
Yes. We do not have any ordinances, public hearing, no property, so we're down to presentation. We've heard press 1 and 2, down to number 3, employee of the quarter, number 4, director of the quarter.
You have a statement?
Move that we present these boards to the Florida Enforcement Director.
We don't need a motion, you just present this back.
Okay. Had the privilege of doing this. So you all want? Natalie Clark and Nicholson Clark. Pahokee proudly recognizes the quarter, July 7, 2014. Declare a valid team. This day, Mayor Connor Watts, Alex Commissioner Biggs, Commissioner Key, Commissioner Felicia Hill,
Vice Mayor Diane Walker.
Second flight is employee of the quarter. The city of Pahokee proud to recognize employee of the quarter, July to December 2014. Nylene Clark, a valued member of the team. Mayor Cox, Vice Mayor Walker, Felicia Hill, Commissioner Allen, Commissioner Keith Bass. Congratulations. And for our photographer, I encourage again that I select one pictures and post website. I see a lot of pictures being taken, especially of the kids, employee of the quarter. Let's try to get those on the website.
We Veterans Day, so Veterans Day is around.
Pictures in here I have this one. Good work.
Certainly like to thank those employees and congratulate them on their recognition. The mayor's not here, so I'll report on the mayor. Then move on down to the city report of the city manager.
Vice Mayor and Commissioner. First thing I'd like to start with is that we've made you already that on Thursday, December 11th and 9th in Belgrade at the City Hall. Governor Scott is here, and meeting over, I guess it's the money that we got for the just to follow up on the funeral home deal, we talked to him, but he still has, we're not sure what to do in the place he's trying, but he still has money to do a contest to live there to move forward. He's scheduled with PR December the 11th is the second class for all in the first class 10:30 a.m. to 2:30 a.m. and the second is from 11 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. This class is work for all employees, and we also have an online class available for those who cannot go to the commissioners or whoever wants to take the class.
Have we reached our city board, invited them to participate if they so choose? Right, that was one of the things to include the boards. Some may and some may at least extend the invitation.
All right, we will do that. Just to follow up on the daycare, we were working on the planning adjustment board. We'll meet on prior to the first and second reading of the ward title will be brought to January. The Tri-Cities Barbecue, it was a good event, and it was attended. I think everybody had a good event. And the next thing I brought out a brochure, just was for your reference. We can pop or however you want to do it, was slogan. The city had one of the slogan. This is something that the previous city had been working on. Just following up on it, we'll get the direction of it. So in your package, you should see a thing that says, we made it sort of a contest, considering doing it schools. So would like to proceed from that little bit.
Suggestion as to how we should look at our new city slogan.
So have we officially asked the schools?
We're going to contact them and get them to follow up on it and just,
Following the direction.
From my understanding, and I don't have a problem, maybe and we do need to have changing of the slogan, but my understanding, I thought that one was adopted by the chamber. You know, I think they need a table, certainly, need to discuss it. From what I'm hearing, it almost seems the city had a slogan, you know, Palm Beach County, but that was a slogan. My understanding, and Gina may can correct me if I'm mistaken, it was a chamber slogan, so for us to say we're going to change it is inappropriate. I'm not saying we can our own individual, but we just need to be clear of what we're doing and trying to accomplish.
Commissioner Bell, we've been talking about this so long. All of a sudden, if you're going to, you know, I'm saying, don't get me wrong, I'm not. And everybody, even Regina and all, we've been in these meetings for the longest. This is my I'm hearing that was the one that got, am I right?
I brought this up before, though.
No.
What I've been saying.
No, this is my first time.
I'm telling you, you hadn't heard.
No, Commissioner.
I'm telling you that I brought it up before. I'm not saying it's a bad idea. I just don't want an organization created the slogan, keep their own slogan. All of the city itself can have a slogan in addition to they have, or they may want to change.
You know what? It's no matter of fighting someone. What is all this has been discussed so long, and like I said, it's been. This is my this other than me.
I can understand this your first time, but I admit that's all I'm saying.
Oh, okay, take your voice now. I'm saying is this. There's a problem with anybody. Y'all know I ought to be tired of being part of this kind of love cold. What do they do for us is to make us feel like we are trying to hope and be recognized. It's okay. Because I promised God, do I have plenty and get out? But listen, this is about me. All of them. And I just say, if there's a problem, then we need to hear from the chamber. And as far as I have no problem with it, that it's been brought up so long. And I know I'm not here.
Gina just nodded and she can vote for the entire church. As the director, she's saying you have a problem and it needs to be changed. All I'm trying to do is be proper in a call. If that's the check slow, we need to just include them in the issue, let them know about it, and let them buy into it, and maybe even help us come up with a different slogan. That's all I was saying.
I appreciate that. I'm the only one to hear that.
Have you ever mentioned or heard me slightly even say that? It was changed. I know I mentioned
I've heard it a while back. I did hear that a while back, but I never. But with this piece, I heard that also, but I did hear what Commissioner
We open for you all, let the chamber make them whether they want to change, whatever you all want to do with. I'm done with that part. I just wanted that
I'm gonna say this really clear. Even if it decided they didn't want to change a particular slogan, that the city could have a different slogan for itself as a city. All I was just saying, make sure that we don't leave anything on the table just as a city. Make sure the chamber is aware, intend on changing the slogan.
But Commissioner, why would we look for two?
They made them even a problem with.
No, that's what I'm saying, but I was just going to say, if they don't want to.
All right, I'm saying they have a chamber, they just continue to have their own. In the city as a whole, from the city commission, citizens, we can have a city. Hopefully it won't be that way, saying it's possible that it would be a real problem. They may have a lot of, information already with that on, and they may not. I'm not saying that's the case.
We will file further, and we'll bring something back to you for next one.
Thank you.
To follow up on the lipstick, over at the Harvest Church is, the Florida Department of Health certified and released the project on September the 5th. Parties have signed an agreement, and I talked to Palm Beach County Utilities and went up about what the cost is. I'm going to get back with the and follow.
Did they say who would be in charge of it?
The Wallace is in working with him as far as following up with. We have to get like a permit and some stuff, they will have to come back to us all that. Jose, we still also follow up on Jose. And the only other thing that I report is, we are going to have a Christmas for the employee staff on December 17th from noon until 1:30. And so, we're going to, that's on a Thursday? Wednesday afternoon. And then I would like to the commission. Pass out. We'd like to try to have a holiday incentive for this. We've given you 2 months to look at. First one, and I'll tell you about how we got this. Originally, we only had people that bought insurance for the city, but it being 10 people and that saved us $600. We also had 3 vacant rooms that have not been filled and will not be filled until the first of the year. It also saved us about $30, which brings us to $9,800. So our options for either of these is, the first option is $1,763. Option 2 would be more, $7,200.46.
Vice Mayor, there is a statute that controls the awarding of incentive to employees and done based on a review by the city if the commission decides to head with this, I would recommend authorize Mr. Ivester as well as staff members to undertake you and complete prior to the time any such amounts are awarded. If you decide to go with either of these proposals, then the directors will do a review of their employees and the award on
So in other words, he has to review each employee.
correct.
You care to do that?
I would agree. I'll just wait. I don't have a problem with this staff bonus based on reviewers. I also be a little more consistent again in the past. The directors have been working hard. I want to make sure we compensate them, but for this particular, I think it choose to award all 3 to 5. That means they went above. I know you. This is with Mrs. Singer. She hadn't been getting compensation for extra duties in the system. Washington with so you know you can buy that AJ or any other. But I like to wear in the when we do have bonus. That is on the same percentage. We use about even with the city manager. I wouldn't want to give the city manager a 7% raise and trouble staff a 5% raise. I think we should all get a particular raise. That's just my philosophy. So I just don't want to time it's automatically a more percentage raise over the regular employees. So that's just something I just want you to do.
And you'll see that on record.
Right, that's all there for 200 to 4.
We'll have a motion to approve option that the mayor be directed to review and base his awards on your motion.
My recommendation would be staff, the $2 for all staff. In addition, the director's bonus based on their performance up to amount $100. Since your payroll not going to take that off from you, I don't want to take it away. But I'm saying maybe some controversy. If you get 2 directors, 300, and give the other 3 the other 200, I'm not telling you who, but I'm asking you to sit on. If you do give the director that number 300, and I know it's not a lot, but I want to make sure based on the effort during this time frame where we pitch in and do some things that we normally don't do. You can understand where right, but it's just not order to give it $300 to your discretion. Right.
What option on the supervisor?
I would explain consistent. If you supervisor, $200 are going to be based on that particular supervisor going a little beyond his normal regular duties been doing her sheet.
So with the maximum 50 or 300?
It would be 3 for the directors, my for the directors, my $250 for any advisor based on the review, and a max of $200 for the.
So that motion?
Yes, sir.
We have a second. Madam Clerk?
Commissioner Bowers?
Yes.
Commissioner Hill? Yes. Commissioner Biggs?
Yes.
Yes.
One more thing, I know that, we're going to bring up about the third.
We have done this report. Go ahead, Ms. Armstrong.
Usually the commission cancels have the commission meeting on about 4.
Yeah, they have to discuss that and make sure that plan on doing, but recommendation, I will move that with that recommendation to our city commission on the 23rd of December, only to each.
We have a motion and second. Roll call.
Commissioner Bowers?
Yes.
Yes. Commissioner Biggs?
Yes.
Typically, I think in the past, the commission has let the staff go home early on December.
I think that should be applied to the city manager as I get approved by the board.
That would.
So that will be your policy that you city hall post that.
I think in the past.
December 24th. Well, he just said this. We're just making it clear that you will city hall on December 24th.
Yes.
The 24th. Okay. Thank you. Did we do the, Mr. Al, do the LPNL? No, the LPNL.
Yes, I met with the Power and Light over on the issue power outage at the house. And also met with, you should have this in your packet, also met with the principal of the high school, and we discussed that was the second time that's happened in the year. And so he would like to, if at all possible, the city to take those Westonians because they're way up above the power line. And if you look at the picture that's in your packet, you can see all those Westonian problems. And Florida Power and Light had come to us and said that they would for the cost of taking down the policies and work with us on the grid and all of it. And so that's where it's hard. Now there's still a few that we're going to have to earn out as we go through the process, but I wanted to bring to the commission to see what else were about those out.
I think if they're going to give the power line, and we should give them the authority and permission to go remove them. I would suggest that we look to see if anywhere else the city where we plant those trees and then them replace. If there's no place that find appropriate, don't want them, then we can just discard them altogether. My first option would be look in the community. There'll be another place to replace them. I don't know if they're planning on removing.
I I think there's about 20 of them. No. And these things are about, I believe, 50 or 60 feet. It's not going to be like something we take and lose, I don't think so, because they're between the tower and the fence behind them. It's going to be pretty hard just to get, I have spoken with that on that field behind there, the corn. They would allow us to use their right to get over there far, over there and take them out. It's gonna be, how do we get rid of them, we haul them off?
Well, actually, they're going to be responsible for moving. I'm thinking part of their will be to move them off of. I mean, we're not just going to have them up, and then we're going to put a fence in place too.
That's what I'm at the moment, and I'm still up on that. This is not it, I just wanted to bring it back to the commission so that you knew, looking at what we were thinking.
Right. I would suggest that in any additional spend, agree to take them and discard them, so then that's fine. But I don't take them up and say it's on you to find some place to do.
And we're still working out all those issues. Our nights also, so we'd like to come to the table of partners and going around from time to time and locate a tree that is becoming an issue or something, would also be willing to help us remove. So things in the future that we have issues from time to time.
So do we need to act on that items, or we just, or is that?
I'd suggest he adopt a motion, instruct that P&L. The city has no objection to the removal of those, provided that they get any private property permission if necessary, and they take away and dispose free.
I move to that effect.
I will second. City Attorney Nation. Roll call now, please.
Yes, Commissioner Bass, Commissioner Hill? Yes. Mayor? Okay, Vice Mayor.
Thank you. City Attorney, you have anything?
Just one brief item. I have heard that there was in the state of Florida over temporary lease at the Redford Marina, and it was holding up a liquor license for the tenant. We contacted the state and pursued that issue, and it's all signed off on. I believe they have received their license.
Yes, thank you. Mr. Brandon, okay.
Absolutely.
I know staff assisted you as thank you all for helping us get
I don't want to proceed, but since Ms. Catherine here, we had received updated, so if she has a card, she's going to speak on it.
But if you wanted to come on now,
Maybe she just agreed.
Actually, in addition, some of the local centers and myself believe that farmers market that's active in Hokie. There's local residents, any members that are willing to put. We've already spoke to the first, that is do traffic control. Do them on Saturday mornings every day. Tonight to see if it was feasible, this could be done for us to form a proposal for the commission.
There's been objections put together for
Just comment on that. It seems like it's an RFP out. Is that something ongoing? Like the RFP?
No.
This is a community project. Okay, do you want me to start the Hokie News?
Yeah, just an update what's going on there.
do we need to take any action on the Brandenburg, or they're free to go?
They're free to present them at your next meeting, and if it requires commission approval, you could.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. And our lease is October 17th. We officially opened with year 17. 17th, we did present our licensing procedure to the SARTA for ABT. We had a little delay with our liquors and nothing to do with those. And last week on Thursday, we went back to AP after we left Mr. Berners, and APT presented liquor license. So all of our licenses are in place, and they're all at the Hokie Mo's. We hired 24 employees, cut our first payroll. We have managed to make payments on time. We've worked diligently with the city, Tadpole, Ms. Sinclair, and make them compliant with everything that we need. We have one small hiccup right now that we're on, and that is the rent rate for the catering hall. That money should truly belong to me, and we have some Christmas parties. We don't know what to charge them. Other than that, we're pretty much live.
Washington, Ms. Iris, could we get together, maybe with structure some type of rate?
Yes, that's something we are actually.
Okay.
You see that?
Yes, ma'am.
You're gonna reach out?
Well, she says she don't know what to charge, because when they come up, should be directed to city, or to her, we need to come up with a working agreement that we can use.
Are you renting from the city, or are you speaking of the people renting it coming?
I think we should probably have a discussion on this at some other time between the leasing and the city management.
Right. The bottom line is what you saw, that the holiday season, people are going to be interested in renting, lose out any money. She wants money over to us, so work that out. How we
So can you all get sometime this week and have some discussion?
Yeah. One of the issues that we've also been working on that is we want door in there, the post room and the restaurant, so that's locked, so people don't go into this and make sure. So we're working on putting it.
And there was just one other thing, I'm so sorry. We're receiving requests when the offices are about people who want to rent. Is there some way that we can together, that at least we can be informed of which sites are, so we can send the people down to them, turning them away?
What site, are you campground?
Campground. Coming all the time, I like to rent it. I don't know which ones, which aren't, it's not my play. Yes, go ahead, take sightseeing. But if it comes together to get a list of those.
Mr. Johnson?
Yeah, we got a cell phone that goes, and we got message posted on the, so when people come up and we're closed, they can call that after.
Will you make that number available for me?
I have that number. I just have people walking in and say that they're not getting return calls. I don't know why, I'm not. So I just left it at that. I did call Mr. I say, what would you like me to do for this?
All it is an opportunity to have extra body to sit. I don't know what can be worked. I'm not saying she got to take the money, but maybe she can direct them to someone from the officially paperwork done, even if it's on the. I'm not sure, but that's hard that we need to work out. We may be losing the renter there if that in place. Not be them, but there need to be some place
Why
where
would
we
people
can
want
make
to call
sure.
us there?
Show up 7, 8 o'clock at night.
They won't call.
Yeah, I don't know, I just, we
Now,
actually.
I'm not saying, reflection on you, but
I ended up putting the search team into a cabin. That's the best I could do.
And again, if we had somebody here, if she gave it, if somebody gonna be out there, say an hour or 30, whatever, but we got out some kind of way.
Put that in your discussion, Mr.
Yes, ma'am?
This item, can you all, in your discussion and see how to work it out?
Yeah, so I think I'm going to plan for that, because a lot of camping, and there's campgrounds that I go to with, not necessarily parks, because they close them. You cannot get in and out of them for a certain hour. But in some, have a place where they put numbers on the board, and when campers come they see the lot number T4 is available for the going into the parking. Next morning, they come down and they see who's there picking up, so I'll work with Alvin, see if we can't come up with some way to
Very much. Thank you, Mr. I just want to say I had an opportunity to visit the restaurant. You'll be amazed at the traveling in from out of the area like Warrenton to patronize the restaurant. That's how this view. And I had an opportunity to thank them for patronizing as well as visiting our city. Thank you for all here. Is that it, Mr. Burton?
Yes.
Okay. Ms. Pascal, do you have anything? The officer referred us to you regarding the renovation gym. Would you like to? There's no update. Okay. We're just waiting to get started. Okay. Any indication when? No, you said he's not. Okay. What's the officer? Development initiative?
Yes, I have followed kind of with most of those. There's not really anything to begin. I'm going to follow up with after the first year, and then we want to continue to rebuild on there.
Thank you. We're right on to new business. Mr. Babb, you requested that for the city.
Right, I didn't know if we're gonna be at this meeting, but this meeting or workshop, really have a time in place. The committee would know what their timeline is to give us the 5, whatever number we decided on interviewing. We had a total of 7 applicants, 42. A lot of them are out of the local, some as far as Virginia states, to at least be a non-receipt of their application and let them know a tentative date we will be doing if they're in the time again. That just gives them some opportunity to plan. You know, if I'm in the top, I know I need to be prepared to travel out of town. Things that we need to have, and I don't know, do we have or do we need to discuss to have that? And then that'll give us an idea when we'll possibly have a city manager in place. Already would know that we'll have a date for that.
The committee next week. Before the end of next week, I'll have an idea of how.
When you say next week, what day?
Tuesday.
Tuesday. Okay.
An idea they would be having another committee prior to meeting with you guys. My question is it the 7 candidates you want them to pick?
Since we have 42, that would be more feasible to it.
So we want to do anything?
Okay.
Well, I understand the process that can go through all the recommendations. They'll select 7 who they're the most qualified. And they'll forward those 7 applicants forward to the committee. The commission will look at 7 applicants and determine how many of the 7 they want to invite for use. You may want to invite all 7
Right, of course not.
Is that?
Exactly.
That's it.
That's that you would like?
And I'm going to go to the timeline portion. And I know their input, but we also need a tentative line when we would like to be done with them. I don't want it to end it that they say, well, we're going to need to take 3 weeks. If we gave them, you know, you did your first be Tuesday, in a week, I'm just an example, we'll like to have a decision made on the 7 applicants. It may mean that they may meet twice or even 3. That's up to them, their frequency of their meeting. You know, their targeted date to get the information to us. then from that, we need kind of target, we're going to interview. If we're going to say 5, but it may only take one day, Tuesday or Tuesday. If we need some addition with that following morning, wrap up the interview process. But I think this do need to have some type of timeline that will, or what we're projecting forward to accomplish at a certain particular time.
I mean, we can put something and send it to you all. Let us know if that's a below.
I might suggest that they done with a recommendation by the 23rd of December. And then your first meeting in January will allow you to accept the committee recommendation and decide where to go. Would that work?
We're not
We're
meeting
not on the 23rd.
Right. Can we?
On the 23rd, but the
We
committee
give them to the following Monday, from to Monday after the 20th. Which
to the 29th?
Yeah, do that.
Can have the information. If be surprised at that to me, they may be able to do their magic and up to the 29th, at least a time frame.
If done with it early, do you want a special meeting for the duration of the candidate? The 5th of January, then waiting to the 13th?
Yes, I think that's
And then it's, get the folks to interview earlier, if that's what you decide. Dick?
It sounds like a plan for you, Ms. Hill. That
We need to get another.
that Tuesday's
Yes.
Commissioner Hill looking at her schedule. No, I think we were looking at January. That was that Tuesday out to the next committee. They give us the 6th time to go the applicants, then determine where we're going to go from there.
So we're going to have to do a special meeting.
Correct. Following Tuesday, we have a regular commission meeting.
You guys with the special? You okay with the special?
I'm good. They always keep the Tuesday open.
And again, the interviewing is probably shouldn't take long, but want to just get together at 7 that they give us in the way we go from here. So we won't have to wait regular commission meeting. It'll be a case of the
I'm just asking to come together with the selection. We just gonna let them.
I think once we get this, we probably won't need this. We have some questions. We probably can invite in our commission meeting. Will probably be done for that. But I just want to get selection committee. They can outside the box. They may want, if you got candidate want to do some pre-telephone interview, a Drew Wilfong and interviewed some of them anyway. How they gonna do it, but they have flexibility to come up who they think is the best 7.
Mr. Valley, I go again. I thought too that, and I thought that we would be calling them also because we need to know.
I agree. I agree.
Are we gonna, when you say that question, are we just going to look at, reach out to the ones that the selection, select, or are we?
Well, you already got them with what I've been doing. I don't know. I've been making my own little notes, and whenever the committee turns there and compare to the warrant, you know, but.
So I'm making,
But we understand that. But we need, so in all the time I've done before Commissioner Walker, and I don't know whether anybody, you call, and you, it's that you need to know. But you know,
We have 4, this is my position, we have 4. And we have a selection committee, and I was just thinking, and I agree with the applicants, that we have something, we have something not, but by the same time, if we have the selection committee in a 7, then that would be my opportunity to come inquire and ask questions.
you still want to know about his map.
You know,
I'm just saying, nobody.
You sharing with you, and I was just sharing. Step that I would follow. Thank you.
No, but what is just, you know, compare. I had what can't do not that.
Especially if 1 to 7, you've already made contact with or whatever. I understand what you're saying.
So you think it would work for you, Commissioner?
Yes.
Okay. So what hearing is okay that we have a workshop on January the 6th. I imagine at 6 o'clock.
That's on Tuesday.
Yes. It's prior to our regular commission, and then we'll decide where we go from there. The committee should be from their task of the applicants. They'll give that in to us, and then we'll decide a further line from there.
So, Madam Clerk, we have that workshop meeting on January 6 p.m. The next item on the new business, rainy committee.
Okay. What's going on is that the chamber was talking to me on that and saying that they, I guess, pay for the church, for the security. And I know that, and I thought that that was the responsibility. What happened with that gap? But I would like to see that we return that money because I'm $500. And I know the city and the chamber does together, but it's basically a city's, correct, you know, so I want to make sure if you all want to do it.
Which one can we ever have to pay for it? It was.
Well, you know, in the past,
the country was, everything was done pretty much.
yeah.
We had to pay last.
Call how much, but I know the over was paying last year because we never had to pay for the share.
Okay.
So it was I don't know the amount off the top of my head.
Same amount.
How much was it?
It was like 400 or 500. I don't remember either, but they told me it was the same that they charged last year.
I don't think it's commission that we had to pay for PBS so
That's I mean, but you know, just.
Anyway,
I would recommend that change moving forward to the city. I guess we go ahead and pay for it. But I just want to encourage, next year, we're going to coordinate more closely with the chamber if they're going to be here to make sure aware of any charges that are going to occur. Maybe we can even negotiate the part where they may reduce it in half or eliminate it, but we need to leave an effort in if that's going to be.
The motion to approve payment of Bill 140.
Yes, correct.
Last year, we was winning away giving it back to the chambers. The chambers run the parade event.
Right.
So I thought.
That's why I say it should be, a surprise who's going to be responsible for what, and to, ma'am, this year I don't think we had that coming, and it may be a little unfair for them to take on them because they probably were aware. I think it just needs more coordination to make sure if we have in our, we know what our
Commissioner, I had spoken, we had met with the department about this bill, asked them to go back to their superiors and talk to them, seeing if we could possibly see this way. Got back with me, the chamber had already paid it, so then already paid.
We were told permit, we had to go ahead and count.
Yeah.
And then they negotiated with later.
Yeah, so they didn't back with.
So, the city need to work closer together, as I said, to make not caught by surprise for any. But, we have a motion. Second roll call, Madam Clerk.
Yes.
Yes.
Commissioner Biggs? Vice Mayor Walker?
For the parade, I would just encourage and staff to any responsibility that the commission when it parade or any other that we're engaged or request to be engaged in, so that we won't have the mishap that we had. Because it was my that we were going to provide the vehicles, and when I got that wasn't the case because a provision for my own had I known. But to eliminate or prevent happening in the future, I suggest that the responsible for any necessities for requirements, whatever for the community. And I hope that
related to the parade, I know there was a float there for the commissioners, the mayor,
for those who not,
I didn't know if that kind of thing would be, basically the combination vehicle, vehicles, but is it something that would be acceptable to the?
Let me tell you, the only reason I got on that flatbed was because of Mr. Dan Lillard, and I thought that was an inappropriate recognition of him representing Congressman Hayes coming into our community. And that goes to officials such as Mr. Liffman and Congressman Hayes. Because I leave him up there, a flatbed alone, out there inappropriate. This just Diane Walker's in of us as elected official community.
So you don't want to float?
A float, yeah. We went from a boat to a flatbed. We've always either used a truck or vehicles or the boat, apartment boat.
So it needs to be a lot more close to so that we have a better
idea. I've never had a flatbed and commissioner ride on the flat. Ms. Biggs can't even get up on the bed. Not barely can. It was just very inappropriate. I didn't want to go there in this meeting. The question asked on myself.
on that. They have tall, steps to get up there, but I've had both my knees done. I'm not a teenager and I'm taking any chance. Can't stand in the falls, okay? And I just didn't feel safe out there. And I explained it to them too, Mr. Pope.
And if we, that's why I'm asking future, anything with the commission, we directly just take care and make sure that what the requirements of the committee.
And yes, too, just quarter on the parade. I great parade and a good turn. But going back to the flow, the was not that stable. So we drive, he was doing a lot of jerking. I was quiet. I know with not a young calling kids. Good time, but even his wife stood up, but not down. So stable situation. So we can work on it, and it's nothing that.
Well, should I looked at it and I thought, but anyway, so
They're trying to staff in the future to make commission of taking care of it. We're going to have council. Anything else? On the parade? We were the citizens coming out. Do you have any comments, Ms. Morelli? Okay. Now, Bishop, anything else? Yes. For the community relation board?
Yes, they thank me home in the 3 South Green Street and the Great Pahokee. The chairman of the relation board. Y'all gathered the community board here and them on and they never and I'm getting the heat on. I mean, my board came, they said receive, but I ain't see nothing. What's going on?
I think what he's referring to, we ask that once we invite a particular board to show some recognition to them and release some certificates of type of recognition, pen or whatever. I'm just using that as, somebody may be able to put $1 in there for you. We want to make sure that we do what we say we would do, and they were one of the first in this cycle quarterly board presentation. So hear you loud and clear, and we're sure that we get that.
Yes, and my board, they always the citizens, just like last night. We were over there about 2 gals. Yeah, 2 gals, 3 gals, but they
let them reflect. You came and spoke up for your board. Heard it, and we will respond to it.
All right, nice plaques. Real nice stuff. I suggest that, I don't know whether this go good, the citizen that we can make it earlier. I like to go to sleep back there. I mean, y'all the whole night. I like telling them I'm retired now. I'm retired. I don't want to waste my whole night.
It's only once a month.
3. Some of you guys ran on that makes you sick. I ain't seeing nothing. Nothing is happening. No annexation. We did it in spring. I've been waiting for years now. becoming to be years.
Everything with your church.
Yeah, I'm waiting on that.
Everything with your church.
Everything but my church now?
You know what?
No, it's all this.
But those people over there,
I mean,
I think what you're saying.
they do it. I mean,
We're on signatures.
waiting for years now. Yes, praise the Lord.
One of the owners, basically, commissioners working on that.
They were good one time. What happened?
It's out of my hands. This is
I knew you was doing excellent. You kept me in.
Well, what can I tell you when I...
Yeah, that's true.
Let's refer to the city manager. If we do diligently, to ask owners of some properties in which we're to annex, everybody self what you call an absentee owner, or owner that can't be located. Could we proceed with the annexation of property?
I'll check on that and see a legal way to do that.
If I want us to do, I want to be a part of it. Okay, see, I'm telling you, man, when you with the county, listen, they open up part of my, and the county wouldn't let me do 6 feet. I said, man, I spent $80,000 6 feet, and I know I wants to do this, but I annex in the city. I want to do, but we drag it.
No, we're following the law, and now we're trying to see and get around it, but make something. And he's going to be looking at, see if we can use the word bypass, but if we can't locate the owner.
I want us to give her because God knows. Working on this big thing, and I was right there telling me step, and this thing was going good.
Good call.
I sat there all that time, and now you recognize. Let's do this for me, huh? Brandenburg, okay.
On the clock.
Okay. Don't let me come up here. Don't let me come up here next year.
His clock is here.
For you.
Okay.
Our next public comment, Marshall Hartley. Is that CSC?
Yes, I'll try to keep it brief because I know it's, this past year, I'm a member of the Citizenry Committee, which is part of the, and the advisory committee set of the Metropolitan Planning Station, which really is a body that makes reference to the Department of Transportation, our infrastructure and transportation needs. So, I've learned a lot. There's a lot of terminology that is new to me. It's been in terms of what the long-term plans are for the city, for the and for the region as a whole. The MPO may or may not know most work is directed toward securing funding for long transportation plans. The last time I spoke before, you have copies of the survey. You submitted your answer or sent them in. If you did, they were compiled. And part of the meeting on this past Monday, December 8th, just yesterday, was some of those results as well as other that the NPO done. I would say if you don't, but one question in your mind. This is a question I'm working on and take their work plan. What is an acceptable service for transportation? And every part of the county is, but one pretty clear, there was no one service that they're working on that effectively addresses the need from the Glades. Well, Glades, South Bay, Pahokee Point, it was just not, or I shouldn't say not at all, but very much. Now, because inland port, which by the way is becoming a reality, there are some projects that will tie in Bay 27, I-27, State Road 27 corridor and State Road 80. But if you know, we sit and need to really take a close look at what the needs are for Pahokee. You know, what that Pahokee needs. Is it that Pahokee can work in partnership with South Bay and Bay to improve transportation to the area? The jobs are going to be out here, going to be coming out here. Right now, everything is at some point, as it will become west. Long-range plan, the short-range plan is a 5-year plan. The long-range plan out to 2040. The infrastructure they're thinking about, they're looking at freight, rail, they're looking at the intersection roughly Avenue L and going Bay to Inland Port. But I mean, there are some things that can be a part of it, and we encourage all of you to pay close attention to the website. There is a public comment period on the overall department plan, which was December 12th, which Brandon is our way. When I asked, I asked one of the reps after the meeting, she said, "Oh, all this on the website." I didn't know exactly that, but I think we're going to have to dig a little deeper and really taking a look at it. The plan, just basically, just a couple of the highlights. The MPO as a whole, for example, on behalf of the citizens, to object to the Department of Transportation's delay of the State Road 7. I think that's maybe not right now, but if they're delaying or that project till 2020, 2019, 21, well, delays everything. You know, that's at the top of the list. So they're doing that, you know, what is it for us? They're looking at replacing US 1. Well, that is tied to a pedestrian and bike project. Some of you work planning committee, and part of our proposal included the bike lanes and bike connectors from the lake. Well, right now, Jupiter is taking a priority. But even with that, there are some, you know, everything is a very, very detailed. And so I would like to improve the bike path and Pahokee. In 5 years, we really pay attention, and all of these are related. It's a very tedious process. I think we need some young project engineers. They know what our needs are, what they're doing, number two. Just to really needs addressed as a unity. I say that there's a website I refer you to, the 3 MPO in partnership. I'll conclude my in just a moment here. We have Palm Beach County MPO. We have MPO, county MPO that are working together for a regional plan. That regional plan is a cross-section of transportation, includes the bus, includes the train, rail, of course, and bikes, pretty much everything, including cars, of course. Includes all the road projects. It is the SETFTC, which is South Florida Regional Transportation. So that plan really comes together. If you would like a presented by the project engineer, they have all the charts and pictures more clear. If you begin to suggest it's out there, and we just need a group of consultants to really begin to look much more closely and hopefully commit you will also have to take the opportunity to become acquainted with us and to speak up for the city when it comes to transportation.
Give it on the website one more time.
SMEF, like T like Tom C. SEFT. Here's the next meeting that the MPO has will be a different format than we normally have. It will be a rolling, and what it means is they're going to meet January 18th at 9 o'clock. And they have a schedule. They're going to get on. They're going to ride to, I'll just say because that's one of the stops, but the two different sites that have services, and they're going to the various modes of transportation. I think they end up, I'm not really sure schedule. It will be posted online. But I urge the commission to participate, any citizens. If you have time, it'll start at, again, a good part of the morning, but that would basically conduct business they normally would, except that they're going traveling. Any questions? That concludes my motion.
I have a question. What, are you on the citizen advisory for the CAC?
Yes, I am. I'm appointed by the commission as a citizen representative. No, by the Palm Beach County.
Okay, and Mr. B, attend that meeting?
I didn't attend that one because I had no, but I'm saying I'm only on field. Yes.
Right.
Yes. Thank you.
Yeah, I know. But I'll explain it.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. Now the first one coming of the commission.
I'd like to thank Dr. Jackson. I guess most of us know that he's a candidate manager. Just been coming out to kind of getting a heads up going on for welcome sign. Appreciate that. Also, we work hard in trying to have workshops, tribe meetings, so the meeting don't drag on, really kind of keep an eye on the time. I'm getting totally bad 2 hours at 9 o'clock, so but we win some of the frustration when these meetings do go on, and keep an eye on that and move forward as quickly as we can. Thing I'm just as staff, I consider manager. Asking for a lot of meetings. The commission chamber hosts more people than any function we have with city business in the hall. A large pothole right in the middle of our end, and I think the last time the question is we was waiting when the county got through with the project. But all I'm talking about now, and all I have talking about, is shale rock, some dirt in those holes. Even if you have every month, because people are coming here talking in, doing business with. We got the school system making presentation, kids coming in. We got coming into this facility. We got these big potholes in the middle of the road. Really disappointed. I don't know what, but if you can find us and find any funds to fix those potholes, I would certainly. And I'm looking to that being done. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. B.
I know we need her because I'm young. Good one. I want to thank Miss and the Chamber for the city of Pahokee. Yesterday, it all ended well, and I really thank what you did and always have room to do things better. So we appreciate that. Also would like to for the job that you all are doing. You're doing really good. Acting manager, assistant, and all of you, which is the way you're keeping it together. Not today. I couldn't go to 8 because I read it in. It's ironic. Everything is the same thing. It means we go to now attending tradition in the future of the county, but in the Glades area. But I was impressed yesterday when I was listening. I didn't say anything, but I was listening to the representatives of their saying that when this is coming to their cities, how the new businesses are asking for it and tax cuts and etc. And I really think because I'm saying, and they were trying to get together a plan of how to have the businesses come in and whatever promise made for separation and hiring local people, certain things within, and we keep evaluating them by the end of that year, whether those things have been accomplished. Then if everything is been, we then do or some incentive type, but not because if they don't make it, and you've already met, this city is that long, and said most will just wait. Everybody coming in wanting one it was talking about somebody wanting 76 acres of land. I'm saying, wow, we don't have 76, but we know someone that wants the few acres there. So we don't give and you don't promise. But at the end of their time of staying there here, at the end of the day, they have met all promises that they to the city. And you know how they also promise you they're going to hire locals, and you go on and do all, they'll let them work with about 3 and lay them off. All that. We have a way of keeping track record. So they're working with us, so that all of the cities to know just how to dealing with this and stuff like that. That was a big plus to me, and I'm really glad to be able to come back and tell you tonight. And I'm hoping you're not in it by yourself everywhere. Also, with have their meetings, even though it's early, they're all about patient, and they know too that, as Ms. Marshall said, Ms. Hartney has already said, the inlet port is coming. So it's time now that we be prepared. Get them prepared now. We will be left. So if we know is able to do the work and want to work, we direct them to the college, to West Tech, and where else. And my last thing is apprentice program. West Tech. They need of 12 people, right? So that their program can on the ground and start. Like 12 people that have applied, but has funded. More than 12 applied. But 12 applied that has funded. Will not have their phone, will not, and they will be willing to go. Deadline is what, Virginia? It's January 8th. Yes. It's around that time. You gotta hurry. They want to see what they can do. These 12 people on target, in place, so that they're ready for the pre-apprentice program. And getting the apprentice program, they're preparing themselves for the end of whatever else work. That's residual. Work that you do today, tomorrow. But they will have jobs. So if they Anybody that's able to do that, need to talk to our young men and young women that jobs. We just need to get them trained so they can be prepared. With that being said, I truly want to thank everybody for your attendance. Commissioner Val, I love you. I just have to ask my questions. You all have a blessed night.
Thank you.
Commissioner Hill, very short. I just want to thank you for being here. And I want to make sure that just keep up the great work. And as far as the parade, very honestly, I loved it. I love trucks, the big ones. I wasn't in the weather, but I did watch it. And it was for the most, it was nice. And I just want to say, you guys keep up the good hard work. And good night.
I have one more thing. We had a call, Cindy Penland, and she wanted to know if we would entertain the old fire station.
And so get some additional information, use and purpose of it. I think we can just give her an answer, but at least we can think about what's the next meeting, but she's some type of plan or something writing her intent of use.
I just want to bring it for your information.
Because that was our hoping when it happened. So I mean, I know everybody jumping for right now stuff. I hope we don't be too.
For the sake of time, I'm sorry. I'll ask the staff our next commission meeting in January to put the picnic area on the agenda for discussion. It's on the pier.
Yes,
not by hand.
the main pier, all the lights are on. We've been having problems a dolly to get out there to go to the other pier because it's smaller. We use the big truck on the big pier, but the other one is small. We just can get on it, there's like a golf cart, something fast to get to the other lights.
Update on the marina grant. The biomass, I know I have been trying to reach on this, asking on.
Yeah, but they also talk about gas in one of the cities that was big. So that's the big thing that's going on right now.
Thank you for sharing. I just wanted to take the opportunity to congratulate our it's on the Baby Blue Devil. Their status at this time. We'll be going to the Orange Bowl on Saturday. Championship, right? Sunday. Okay, thank you. I would like for us to put on our agenda the discussion of the next cities. We need someone from this to at least attend the National League. We have, I think we only year that's been about 3 years. Yeah, so we need to put that on the discussion. And also, if you all are in passing across or hopefully see them on Thursday, Representative Rachel Abruzzo, just let them know how much we have done for their efforts in helping us for our roles. I just want to encourage you all to support Savannah and Teacher Bar Arena. I didn't mean the people there. I want to get up there. But it's always I'm up here. And I want to encourage us to bring home deco for contest, the home deco contest, the home deco, I say deco for sure, contest during the holiday. There's been some inquiries that we used to do it. For some reason we've gotten away from it. I'd like for us to consider bringing that to the community. Get people out at the holidays. I would just like to let that we're in the process or in a search for a man at the college. Attended a meeting with there this morning. I have his head after I got there, where they're doing a search for a new president for Harvard State, Dr. Gavin. And so, just this opportunity to thank for their effort, making sure they attend the meeting. They're at the table, various organizations that have some type of impact on our city. And I'd like to thank staff for putting the Tri-City Barbecue on Friday. It was a little bit different, but we appreciate the support of that effort or that event. And I think that we want to thank everybody for all that you're doing. And Lieutenant Piccolo, Sergeant at Arms, and I just want to say, staff, you're doing awesome. Really appreciate what you're doing. Challenge, and we're going to work on together. And I want to let you know that your efforts are not noticed, and I really appreciate the atmosphere when you enter City Hall these days, the relationship. And also staff on the road, just appreciate your so with that being said, wish everybody holidays, Merry Christmas, all that this season's going to bring us. So just want to do that. So also, Mr. Jackson, I didn't think I know. Thank you for giving service to the city every. Is there anything else?